This is Paul Newman, and if you are seeing this screen, I am hoping to assure you here that the live stream.
Hello everybody, and welcome back to another video. Thank you very much for taking the time to join me here on this Friday evening. It is very much appreciated. We're going to try and nail down another Classic Watch 26 possible in this video here on my YouTube channel ahead of the Japanese 1000 Guineas this coming up weekend. I've been looking at the English and Irish entries for next week. There could be a few videos released next week or so. I mean, it's going to be busy, I am, unfortunately. So I don't really like to be busy. I like to just get everything in ahead in advance. But it is what it is. I do think we have another time, though, like I said, to squeeze in another Classic Watch 26 possible that is based and running in Japan. But before we take a look at that, I always, as you know by now, probably like to mention my Patreon channel whenever I do a YouTube broadcast called Newman Racing. It's a mixture of content, really. There's a bit of paid content in there, plenty of free content in there as well, and plenty of resources as well. Spreadsheets, pedigree notes, that sort of thing. All the National Hunt racing is mainly over on Patreon as well, apart from the odd review and on here. And the older horses, but all the newly identified National Hunt horses will be on Patreon as well. And it's where I review the horses as well at the end of every season, to try and get off a few of them. Let's face it, not everyone's right all the time, especially me. But saying that, I'm hoping to be right on this one. Where will people to find it if I am right? Well, classicwatch26.great/site.net is where people will be able to find the horses. It's already had one quick update today because we've got a New Zealand Oaks winner going for a first sight victory in the Australian Oaks tonight. I hope he wins. So she is already on the site ahead of tonight's racing. And hopefully by the time they race tomorrow night, there will be a Japanese tab up here as well. And the Japanese horses that I choose to add will also be added to the Roll of Honour as well. So yeah, site coming together quite nicely, it's fair to say at the moment. Hopefully plenty more winners to come over the next 5 or 6 months, I hope. So without any shadow of a doubt, let's crack on now, shall we? classicwatch26.great/site.net. Will this horse be on there? Sweet Happiness is the name of the filly, sired by Real Impact out of a dam called Jura, who herself was sired by Workforce. Sweet Happiness is owned by Kodai Maeda and trained by Yoshihito Kitade and bred by Hirayama Bakuju. People see there the major winner of the horse. The horse is already a pattern race winner, managing to win the listed Elfin Stakes of 2026. And people see that the horse is already declared for the Oka Show as well, the Japanese 1000 Guineas this coming weekend. Regarding the form, well, this is an interesting horse because this horse could run 16 times and lose every time and not owe me anything, because I happened to pick up this horse first time out when it won at 16-1. So I was obviously hoping it'd be decent then when I saw the pedigree of it before it ran, you see. And then I was disappointed when it went off fourth favourite for a winner of one race, the Shirigaku Show in November. I thought it'd be better than that. But they were right. It was only second on the day in that race. And then they chucked it in as a rank outsider, a 50-1 shot in the big grade one race of the season, where I wanted it all the time anyway, in the Hanshin Juvenile Fillies. And it ran a belting race that day. No other word for it, to finish in fourth place behind the winner who we looked at yesterday. I can't remember the name of the horse now. I've looked at so many horses recently. Star Anise. Then it never let anybody down. It went off from a short price horse there. The first time it had gone off around even money. And the horse managed to win the listed Elfin Stakes on its most recent start. So this horse, even regarding form, has ticked a few boxes of mine. It's managed to win first time out. And it's won a pattern race on its most recent start heading into the race. And that's before we've even looked at the pedigree of this horse, which I think is fascinating. You know, that's why I picked it at the start, because it's related to some nice horses. Yeah, I spotted one horse in there and then went from there, and it's all turned out rather well so far. I know certain people like to look at these horses on the Racing Post as well. You'll see there, Sweet Happiness has got her own page on the Racing Post, but they've only got a winning 3 times and winning twice. Best Racing Post rating so far is 105, gained when she was 4th in the Hanshin Juvenile Fillies. They've got a win there at Kyoto and a listed win since Hanshin, but they've just chosen not to rate that race for some reason, not even dared to have a go at that race. So the Racing Post has got a little bit on there. She was actually owned by different people before she ran in the Hanshin Juvenile Fillies, as they North Hills Company loaned her before Kodai Maeda bought her and won at 17 to 1 on debut with him. With her, well played, Kodai. That's what you want to do, isn't it? So yeah, very interesting filly, Sweet Happiness, I do think, because on a couple of occasions, if you look at the form, it surprised people. It nearly surprised people with a 50 to 1 place there in the Group 1. And it's won at 16 to 1 on debut. You know, interesting horse. You'll see there, I think. So all we need to do really now is look at the pedigree of the horse, I think it's fair to say. Pedigree Online Thoroughbred Database, you'll see Sweet Happiness is actually dam line 13A. This horse. The prize money is wrong, 42 million. I thought that was a bit low, but I've just looked there and she's actually won. No, it's not. 42.96 million Japanese yen. The horse has won in her career. It's about right, isn't it? 2 wins out of 4. But it's 13A that we're interested in. What we're going to do, usual fashion, we're going to look at the first 5 dams of this horse, and then we're going to look at some good horses. Okay? I'm not going to beat about the bush this time. This is a nice horse, hopefully. It's 16 to 1 on debut. You've got to catch him on debut, you see, because then even if you're wrong, you get good value. You can watch him for free. But I can't see how this horse is not a decent horse, better than a listed winner. Time will tell. First name of the horse, Jura, a mare born in 2016, sired by Workforce out of Hourglass, a Japanese-bred mare who was sired by Agnes Tachyon. Jura only raced 27 times on the track and only managed to win twice herself. 3 wins and 2/3, 7 out of 27 starts in the first 3, for career earnings of 35,802,000 yen, which isn't really a lot. It sounds a lot, but it isn't a lot really. Jura is already a black type producer, as we know, through Sweet Happiness, owned and bred by North Hills Company Limited. She was a winner at 1,800 metres and 2,000 metres, which is 1 mile 1 and 1 mile 2, for those who go by that way. So yeah, disappointing that the first dam didn't really make or produce anything on the track to this stage, but she is only 10 years old this year. Second dam of the horse is Hourglass, a mare born in 2009, sired by Agnes Tachyon, out of another Japanese mare called Phalaenopsis, who herself was sired by Brian's Time. Again, Hourglass, not so good on the track, 4 starts, and she wasn't placed in any of her 3 starts, and her career earnings, according to this, is nothing. No yen at all earned by Hourglass on the track, sadly. Another one bred by North Hills Management Company and owned by them as well, in a rather brief and fruitless racing career. It's then we start to get a few clues coming through. Ranunculus is an interesting horse I was pleased to find. I only found this one today. Ranunculus was a mare born in 2007, sired by Special Week out of a Phalaenopsis. So this is a half-sister to our second dam. Ranunculus raced 13 times in her career, 2 wins, a second and 2/3. 5 out of 13 starts in the first 3, for career earnings of 57,278,000 yen. But the pattern race form is starting to come through. Like, this horse was second in the 2010 Group 2 Hochi High Fillies Review. And that's a decent race, that. Yeah, that's a Guineas trial. A Group 2 race back then in the year 2010 for the same owner, Koji Maeda. Interesting. So Ranunculus was one of his as well. She went round okay. Our Diaphon Another interesting one, a mare born in 2006, sired by Dance in the Dark, out of a dam called Phalaenopsis again. So again, another half-sister to our horse. Adiaphon raced 31 times in her career, 3 wins, 3 seconds and 4 thirds. 10 out of 31 starts in the first 3 for career earnings of 52,642,000 yen. Again, rather similar to our dam, isn't she? But she did sneak a bit of pattern form at 2, where she was placed 3rd in the 2008 listed Fantasy Stakes. I think that's how I grade them that now. Another a decent race held at Kyoto. Yeah, so again, it's just starting to come through. North Hills Management have had this family quite a while, haven't they? They breed this one. I can't remember who bred this one. I don't know. Hiramaya Bakuja, unless that is them. You know, Hiramaya Bakuja might be linked with them. But yeah, I find an interesting horse, another pattern placed horse related to the second dam of our horse. I found this horse as well, Parashurama, a colt born in 2020, sired by Transcend out of Climbing Rose, a Japanese bred mare. And you'll see that Phalaenopsis is the second dam of this horse. Parashurama, rather similar again, 20 starts in his career, 4 wins and 3 seconds. 7 out of 20 starts in the first 3 for career earnings of 39,178,000 yen. Interesting horse again, Parashurama. He managed to win a dirt race over 6 furlongs and be placed in other listed races as well. But he won the Kibune Stakes at Kyoto of 2023. I think it's safe to say now that we're about to go up significantly a few levels now. Phalaenopsis, a mare born in 1995, sired by Brian's Time out of Catakill. Canadian bred mare, sired by Stormcat. Phalaenopsis raced 16 times in her career, 7 wins, a second and a third. 9 out of 16 starts in the first 3 for career earnings of 466,518,000 yen. We've got a horse here. Third dam of the horse finally gives away the clues. Bred by Mayako Farm Company and owned by North Hills Management. Phalaenopsis won the Japanese 1,000 guineas, the exact race we're trying to win with this horse in 1998. So the grandmother of our horse won this race, the Oka Show. The horse also won the Shuka Show, which is the race I was on about in previous videos. That's the another leg of the Phillies Triple Crown that we will be including in Classic Watch this year for the first time. Kansai telecasting as well, the Show Rose Stakes, Group 2 winner, and she also won the Elfin Stakes, the same race that Sweet Happiness won. Can you see the pattern developing, everybody? Elfin Stakes. That's the beauty of my videos. You know, you get to see the pattern. You get to see, we all get to see the pattern developing at the same time. And we all suss it out at the same time. Phalaenopsis, Elfin Stakes. Sweet Happiness won the Elfin Stakes. This is a player. It has to be, doesn't it? You know, at 4, the horse was second in the Group 2 Sapporo Kinen as well, Phalaenopsis. And she then came back at 5 and won the Group 1 Queen Elizabeth II Commemorative Cup at Kyoto. JRA awarded twice best older filial mare in the year 2000, and in 1998 best 3-year-old filly. She sadly died of a subcranial bleeding at the age of 21 at Koji Maeda's North Hills on July the 1st, 2016. Brilliant horse, it's fair to say, and a bit of a trailblazer for this one here. No wonder he had to buy it. You know, he hadn't won the Elfin Stakes before he bought it. A very interesting horse. And then they sort of just keep coming then. I mean, this one here, I should really have paused the video here because I'm pretty certain this was a stallion as well. I'll pause the video quickly and see if I can get any stallion records on this horse, I think. Hello, everybody, and welcome back. Yeah, we're going to take some more horses now. Sunday Break was the next horse that I did pause the video at. A horse born in 1999, sired by 49er out of Catakill again. So this one is a half brother to our Guineas winning third dam. Sunday Break raced 13 times in his career, 4 wins, a second and 4 thirds, 9 out of 13 starts in the first 3, for career earnings of $451,220 American dollars in his career. Sunday Break won the Group 2 Peter Pan Stakes of 2002. He also third in the Belmont and third in the Wood Memorial, 2 Group 1 races, third in the Arcadia Handicap the year after. He went to Kentucky for 4 years to stand as a stallion and then went to Europe. I do remember him going around in Europe as a stallion. And in 2009, sadly died on the 12th of March 2017 at Harras de la Barbetière. But if we go to Jibis again, you'll see this horse did sire at least 3 individual stakes winners on the flat. Frankie Four Fingers, Group 2 winner, Group 3 winner, Caval Doré as well, winner of the Group 3 Prix Calvados, and also winner of the listed Edmonton Distaff Handicap as well. So the horse did sire some pretty good horses. Group 1 placed horse there as well in the Frisette, but he never stood in Japan, so there's no actual statistics for the horse that I could find. But yeah, he did at least sire a few decent horses on the track. Safe to say this one's done a bit better. Kizuna, a horse born in 2010, sired by Deep Impact out of Catakil. Yes, the Guineas winning mare is a half-brother. Kizuna is a half-brother to our Guineas winning mare. And this was the horse I found initially on debut, Kizuna. So I thought, I got a chance this one. So I did, and it won. And the rest is history so far. Kizuna raced 14 times in his career, 7 wins, a second and 2 thirds, 10 out of 14 starts in the first 3, for career earnings of $740,298,183 Japanese yen. Very good horse, Kizuna. At 3, won the Japanese Derby of 2013. He also won the Group 2 Prix Niel in France, the Grade 2 Kyoto Shinbun High, and the Group 3 Medici High. At 4, the horse won the Group 2 Asaki High as well. And so the horse is a Group 1 and a triple Group 2 and a Group 3 winner. Best 3-year-old colt for the JRA Award. Raced in Japan and France. Last raced in 2015. Entered third in 2016 and currently available as of 2024 for a fee of 12 million yen. Shadai Farm own him now. You'll see now, though, that he's still going for strong. And his fee has been increased to 20 million yen. Magnificent stallion. Kizuna, it's fair to say. 976 foals have gone round as a champion sire in Japan the last 2 years. Leading first season sire in Japan in 2019 as well. Second season sire in 2020. 976 foals, 861 of them have ran, 623 of them have ran. Between them, they've won 1,823 races. The horse aside 51 individual stakes winners. Between them, have won 84 stakes races. And the horse has also sired 34 individual graded race winners, who between them have sired 55 graded race wins. Absolutely incredible sire, it's fair to say. All years, people are in business. Whether you've got a filly or mare, people are in business. Whether you're at any distance, people have got a chance of getting a good horse. I mean, what more can people say? It's incredible, really, that this horse has never only less than 20 of his 856 runners have gone round abroad, because the 6 have gone round have won 2 graded races. 5 in France have won 3 stakes races. You know, why is the world not using this stallion more? Well, it's an absolutely incredible stallion, Kizuna, it's fair to say. And yeah, related to our horse. So yeah, all systems go, hopefully, for our horse, Sweet Happiness here. Other horses we've got to look at. Naked, I thought was an interesting one. A horse born in 2004, sired by French Deputy out of Aranda, a Japanese bred mare. You'll see that Catakil is the second dam of this horse. Naked raced 35 times in his career, 5 wins, 2 seconds and 4 thirds, 11 out of 35 starts in the first 3. for career earnings of 125,152,000 yen. There's nothing wrong with this horse. Perfectly reasonable horse. Look. Placed in 4 races. Placed in the Group 3 Elm Stakes of 2009 and also the Group 3 Heian Stakes the year after. All on the dirt, though. This horse, more of a dirt horse as well, this one. But yeah, a bit of a nice horse, again, owned by Shinji Maeda. Can we look at a dam now? Yes, we can. The 4th dam. Caterkill, Canadian bred mare, born in 1990. Sired by Storm Cat out of Pacific Princess. Again on the track, Caterkill only raced twice and was 3rd once. And earned 752 British pounds for her trouble. But what a fantastic mare, it's fair to say. Brilliant. Owned and bred by Winfield's Farm in Ontario. All right, what should we go again? Ocean Cat, a mare born in 1992, sired by Storm Cat out of Pacific Princess. And this one is a full sister to our horse, it's fair to say. Ocean Cat raced 25 times in her career, 7 wins, 2 seconds and 4 thirds. So that is 13 out of 25 starts in the first 3 for career earnings of $250,897 US in her career. Good horse, Ocean Cat. She managed to win 3 American listed races, Table Hand Stakes, the Vallejo Stakes and the Turbo Launch Stakes. And she was also placed in a Grade 2, the Reeve Schley Stakes as well, as winning those 3 listed races for her owner, Overbrook Farm. Very decent mare. It's fair to say full sister to ours. Another full sister to ours I found was, half sister, was Tropical Sound. Tropical Sound, a mare born in 1987, sired by Fapiano out of Pacific Princess. Tropical Sound raced 20 times in her career, 3 wins, a second and 6 thirds. So 10 out of 20 starts in the first 3 for career earnings of $101,264 American dollars in her career. Tropical Sound was 3rd in the Canadian Oaks, also 3rd in the Princess Elizabeth Stakes and 3rd in the Rolling Meadow Stakes in her racing career before being sent to Japan in 1994. Yeah, they've always liked this line in Japan by the looks of things, haven't they? Another line. Another one bred by Winfield Farm. Mondo Interido is a horse that even this site struggled with. A horse born in 2012, sired by Deep Impact out of Silk Universal. People will see that Pacific Princess is the 3rd dam of this horse. Tropical Sound is the 2nd dam of it. This site is 3 out of 6 and 35 million yen. But the horse actually raced a lot more times than that. The horse raced and won a lot more than that. The horse raced 30 times, managed to win 8 times and finished 3rd another 4 times. 12 out of 30 in the first 3. And the horse earned 258.84 million yen. At its best, they are right. It was the winner of the Group 2 Sports Nippon Show Stayers Stakes. It was also placed in the same race, but the horse raced a lot more times than what they give it credit for. Mondo Intero, racing pattern races quite often. It won an open race there as well, the Sapporo Nikkei Open in 2017. He also won the same race in 2016, a good prolific open race horse as well. And there's a time of his career that there, if you go back to that race, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. The horse won 8 of his first 11 starts. Sea Lemaire has been riding around in Japan for ages, hasn't he? Loves it. Good horse, Mondo Intero. Caught a few people by surprise, including these. Interesting horse. The next one we're going to look at is Seda Brillantes. A horse born in 2014, sired by Deep Brillante out of Silk Universal again. So this one is half brother to the horse we've just looked at. Seda Brillantes raced 10 times in his career, we think. 5 wins and a second and a third. 6 out of 10 in the first 3 for career earnings of 137,800,000 yen. Sorry about that. Cedar Brillantes raced quite well as well. He managed to win the Nikkan Sports Show Nakayama Kinpai of 2018, as well as winning the December Stakes held at Nakayama. The horse was also third in the Group 2, Copa Republica Argentina, in the as well, a race held at Tokyo. At 3, the horse won they won the Group 3 Radio Nikkei Show as well, held at Fukushima, owned by Silk Racing and bred by Shiroi Farms. This one, interesting horse, definitely. Narita Bryan. Wow, now we're going to see some horses. Narita Bryan, a horse born in 1991, sired by Bryan's Time out of Pacificus, a USA bred mare, born in 1981. You'll see that Pacific Princess is the second dam now. Narita Bryan raced 21 times in his career in Japan, 12 wins, 3 seconds and a third. 16 out of 21 starts in the first 3 for career earnings of 1,026,916,000 yen. I love Japanese racing. Narita Bryan was a horse. Narita Bryan won the Group 1 Sansai Stakes. These are probably Japanese Group 1s at 2 in 1993. He also won the Japanese Derby in 1994. He also won the Japanese 2,000 guineas the same year. He also won the Kikuka Show, the Japanese St. Leger Triple Crown winner. This horse also won the Group 1 Arima Kinen and also won the Group 2 Spring Stakes as well. At 4, the horse took out the Haishin Daishoten and he took the same race out at 5 as well. 1994, 5th Japanese Triple Crown winner. 1993 JRA Award for the Best 2-year-old Colt. That might be the Asahi Eye Futurity. They might have just renamed it, I suppose, mightn't they? Looking at it. 1993 was a JRA Award for Best 2-year-old Colt. 1994 JRA Award for the Best Horse of the Year and Best 3-year-old Colt. And 1997 JRA Hall of Fame inductee. Sadly, though, the horse only spent 2 years at stud, 1997 and 1998 at CB Stud in Hokkaido, before suddenly dying in September the 27th, 1998, of gastric rupture and intestinal obstruction, sadly. The horse never sired a stakes winner. He sired a couple of Group 3 placed horses in one of his 2 crops, Main Vita, and Daikato Flag. But yeah, very sad early end to his stallion career. Narita Bryan, very good horse on the track, wasn't he? Covered 81 in his first year and 106 in his second year. 125 starters, 73 of them did win. 21 of them were placed, 16 2-year-old winners. AEI of 0.85. See, this one was over 1 AER in a couple of his years. Just couldn't get that elusive stakes win, could he, bless him? But yeah, pretty good stallion he might have turned out to be with more on the ground. He's certainly a good horse, wasn't he? Very good horse. Look at Biwa Hayahide. I mean, more of the same. Horse born in 1990, sired by Sharud out of Pacificus. I mean, Biwa Hayahide raced 16 times in his career, 10 starts and 5 wins. Only once out of the first 3 in his life, for career earnings of 897,675,000 Japanese yen. I mean, what an incredible animal. He also won the Sensei Stakes. It was only Group 2 when he won it, though, in 1992. And he also won the Momiji Stakes. This horse won the Japanese St. Leger and also won the Grade 2 Kobe Shinbun High and the Wakabi Stakes at 4. This horse won the Group 1 Spring Tenno Show, the Takarazuka Kinen, another Group 1, the Kyoto Kinen Group 2, and the Sankei Show all-comers. See, this horse took a bit more time, didn't it? Biwa Hayahide was the Guineas and a Derby horse. This one came late on in the Narita Bryan. This one came late on in the pattern, didn't it? And then kicked on at 4. 1993 JRA Award for the Best 3-year-old Colt, again, Horse of the Year. And 1994 JRA Award for Best Colt or Older Horse. Interstood for 10 years at Nesei Bakujo in Hokkaido and was pensioned off there as well. An interesting horse. Again, though, didn't really do it at stud. He signed a pair of pattern placed horses again, look, San MX and 10A Wing in 2001 and 2003. Doesn't look to be much else. Interesting to see what sort of crops the horse got. Not as big, you see. 70 was his biggest crop in 1998. But he wasn't stud for a bit longer than Narito Bryan, his brother. But again, his best year wasn't as good as Narito Bryan, was it? 0.98. Again, though, pretty good horse, it's fair to say. 185 starters, 108 of them won. 24 of them were placed and 25 of them won at 2. We couldn't see any pattern race graded group winners there. But yeah, sadly, two very good horses on the track, weren't they? Look at them. Absolutely incredible horses. Last Impact is another one, a horse born in 2010. Sired by Deep Impact out of Superior Pearl. So on a different dam now, Pacificus, the second dam of this horse. Last Impact raced 29 times in his career, 7 wins, 3 seconds and 4 thirds. 14 out of 29 starts in the first 3 for career earnings of 443,589,000 Japanese yen and 600,000 US dollars in the UAE. Very good horse. Last Impact managed to win the Group 2 Kotio Daishoten of 2014, as well as winning the Group 2 Kinko Show and the Group 3 Kokura Daishoten the same year. At 5, the horse was second in the Japan Cup, and at 6, the horse was third in the Dubai Shima Classic of 2016 as well. Placed in a couple of Group 1 races and Group 2 and multiple Group 3 winner out in Japan. Very good horse. At 3, the horse was placed in a Group 2 race as well, the Ayoba Show. Good horse in his own right. Seawind is another one this site struggled with. A horse born in 2013, sired by Deep Impact out of Silky Lagoon. You'll see there that Pacific Princess is the 4th dam of this horse through 3 totally different horses. They've got this horse as unraced on this site. But if you go to Net Kaiba, you'll see that the horse raced 13 times in its career and won 4 times. Raced at Group 1 level. How did they miss it? 4 wins, 3 seconds and a third. 8 out of 13 starts in the first 3. For career earnings of 163.84 million yen. This horse ran in some decent races. It won the Group 3 Tanabata Show of 2017. The horse also won the Group 3 Radio Nikkei Show at Fukushima in 2016. You know, this horse was decent and yet placed in 2 Group 2s as well. The American Jockey Club Cup and the Asahi Lights Canet. But for some reason, they've just never made it on this site. Funny old game this is. But yeah, only a minor piece in the puzzle this time though. But you wouldn't want to be only related to that one good horse and miss it, would you? Lazura is an interesting one. I think she's a Group 1 winner this year on this bit. Lazura, a mare born in 2021, sired by Snitzel out of Laguna Lazura, a Japanese bred mare. And you'll see that we're on Silky Lagoon again and Laguna Azura. Pacific Princess, the 5th dam of this horse. Lazura has raced 16 times in her career so far. 6 wins, 2 seconds and 2 thirds. 10 out of 16 starts in the first 3. For career earnings of 1,591,070 Australian dollars in her career. Excuse me. Safe to say she's done all right. She won the Coolmore Classic this year. The older fillies Classic that Lady Shenandoah won this year. She's also a dual Group 2 winner. She won the Letzilope Stakes and the Farlap Stakes of 2025. And she also won the Group 3 ATC Show Quality as well. So Group 1 dual Group 2, Group 3 winner. Placed also in the Surround last year. Pretty good horse. Lady Shenandoah beat her that day. But yeah, Lazura, good filly, owned by B2B Thoroughbreds, Property Limited, and bred by Arrow Group and Jungle Pocket. Good horse. Some very interesting horses on this line, isn't there? We're at the 5th dam now at last. The 5th dam of our horse, Sweet Happiness, all that time. Nearly 35 minutes of top quality pedigree in this horse. Sweet Happiness. Pacific Princess was a mare born a year before me in 1973, sired by Damascus out of a British bred mare called Fiji, who herself was sired by Acropolis. Pacific Princess raced 23 times in her career, 7 wins, 6 seconds and 2/3. 15 out of 23 starts in the first three, for career earnings of $174,303 US. Not a bad career back in the day. Delaware Oaks winner of 1976, and she also won the Group 2 Hempstead Handicap as well. Solid horse, this, isn't it? Very solid. One of my more solid offerings. This one here, the next, found a couple going back to that, you see. Once you find a horse like Kizuna, gives you the full pedigree for 2 or 3 dams, you're filling in many blanks, not many blanks. Fleet Wahine is a horse I found. A mare born in 1968, sired by Fleet Nasrullah, out of a dam called Fiji. So this is a half-sister to the 5th dam of our horse, funnily enough. Fleet Wahine raced 11 times in her career, 4 wins, 2 seconds and 2/3, 8 out of 11 starts in the first 3. Career earnings of $26,390 US in her career. Fleet Wahine won the Yorkshire Oaks, and she also won the Ribblesdale at Royal Ascot in 1971. Also winner of the listed Pretty Polly Stakes as well. Group 3 Princess Royal Stakes 2nd. Group 3 Princess Elizabeth Stakes 3rd. Don't know what year she won the Yorkshire Oaks. That is a race eligible for older horses as well. But we know she won the Ribblesdale and the Pretty Polly in 1961. 71, 3 years before I was born. Bred by Mereworth Farm. Very good horse. That horse is very solid. Soudoir, even back to the current day, a gelding. Born in 2011, sired by Le Havre, out of Cupcake, an Irish bred mare, born in 2006. You can see there that if you go to Fleet Serenade, the 6th dam of this horse is Fiji. Oh no, Fleet Wahine, is the 6th dam of this horse. And Fiji is the 7th. So the Yorkshire Oaks winning dam actually produced the dam of Soudoir. Yeah. Soudoir gelding, raced 47 times in his career, 9 wins, 10 seconds and 12/3. 31 out of 47 starts in the first 3, for career earnings of £1,402,413 British pounds in his career. Prolific winner Soudoir, winner of the Group 3 Prix de Montry of 2015, age 4. And the 5, the horse was 2nd in the July Cup, and the Duke of York Stakes, and the Cabbage Trophy, 3rd in the Group 1 Sprint Cup, and the Group 1 Prix Foray as well, before winning the Shadwell Turf Mile, age 6, in 2017. The horse also won the Group 2 Solonaway Stakes the same year. And at 7, the horse was placed in the 2 group races. And at 8, the horse won the Group 3 Supreme Stakes as well as being placed in another Group 1 Shadwell Turf Mile. Very good horse, raced in France, Britain, Ireland and the US. Plenty of globe trotting for owners Clipper Logistics and George Turner. Remember that horse going down quite a lot, raced 47 times, didn't realise it raced that many times. But yeah, I think it was a staple of racing, it's fair to say, in the UK. Pattern. Even the 6th dam of our horse, Fiji, I'm going to take a look at her. A mare born in 1960, sired by Acropolis, out of a dam called Rififi, who herself was born in 1954, sired by Mospra. According to this, Fiji only was never out the first 2 in her life. 4 wins and a place, earning £5,183 UK pounds. It said there she won the Coronation Stakes at Royal Ascot, a Group 2 race in 1963. So bred by Lady Halifax, the 6th dam of our horse was no back number. I didn't check the 7th. Should we say the 7th might have been decent as well? I think we've hit a brick wall. Nothing. But yeah, the first 6 dams. What a horse. What a prospect. Sweet Happiness is. Absolute pleasure to go through all this with you. And I think now it's about time, really, we take a look at the historical pedigree. You'll see that our section, obviously, with all those Japanese classic winners, is fairly well defined on dam line 13A. There's our little section. Suddenly this lady passed away before Kizuna won the Japanese derby on the same line out of Philianopsis. Kizuna, she'd have had to press carriage and return a few times there to get that line down a bit and had Kizuna somewhere down here. And that's the sort of thing people need to do if they maintain sites like this on a regular basis. And by the look of things, this lady obviously did at certain points of her life. You know, there's a good line 13A. In Australia and Japan, look at that. They've rinsed it. Scandinavians even had a little go there. Look. But yeah, very interesting historic dam line. But there's our three there. Philianopsis, Narita Brian, Biwahide. And that takes us right to the current day, really, because Philianopsis is obviously related to Kizuna. So yeah, very, very good horse, it's fair to say. I think now all there is really to do is watch the horse win twice. We can obviously watch it win first time out because it won on debut. And we can watch the horse win the listed Elfin Stakes on her last start, which is what we'll do now. Obviously, I need to get the race loaded first time out. I mean, I enjoyed this race, I must admit. You know, I was pleased this horse won first time out. There is some I do like to win more than others, you know, because some of them reveal themselves a bit too easily to everybody. You know, this one won at 17.9. You know, they're the ones people need. You know, it's all right to identify every well-bred horse, you think, but a lot of them are very short. So without further ado, let me just change the video capture on my the thing I use to record everything. And we should be able to watch the horse win first time out here, Sweet Happiness. And we'll be able to see what we think.
13番ラビングチャンプが最後に向かいます。13頭係が離れました。スタートしました。12番メイワメジェール好スタートを切っています。これを追って6番タイムレスキス、内からは4番デアベローチェ、さらには2番ワンダーアスク、先団4頭、その後ろに5番のスイートハピネス、内から行き足ついて1番クープグラッセ、外を通る8番君が好きだ。ここあたりは中段です。先頭4番デアベローチェに代わって6番タイムレスキス2番手、外を通る12番メイワメジェール2番手3番手、先団3頭です。2馬審査2番のワンダーアスク、差がなく5番スイートハピネス、その外を通って8番君が好きだが追走、あとは1番クープグラッセ、9番ブエノスオプティマ、1馬審査外10番ゴールドアテネ、11番プルーフリーディン、馬群の中インコース7番ジューンレイブン、最内3番アスターリコッタ、ここまで一段で最高峰3馬身離れました。13番ラビングチャンプ、内回りの坂を上って下っていきます。3コーナーカーブ800切りました。48秒台最初の800メートルです。先頭4番デアベローチェリード体半分、6番タイムレスキス2番手、3番手12番のメイワメジャエル、34コーナー中間600を切りました。59秒から1分という 1000m の通過、あとは34馬身切れて2番ワンダーアスク、5番スイートハピネス、内から1番クープグラッセが前との差を少し詰めて、9番ブエノスオスティミア、8番の君がスピダ、4コーナーカーブ、5番のスイートハピネスは相当に膨れるような感じで直線コースに向きました。先頭を逃げる4番デアベローチェ、6番タイムレスキス、2頭の争いに外から5番のスイートハピネス、馬群から離れたところから追い込んできました。2番のワンダーアスク、1番クープグラッセ、先頭は6番のタイムレスキスに5番のスイートハピネスが追い詰まる。スイートハピネス、タイムレスキス2頭接戦ゴールイン、3番手4番のデアベローチェ。
Well, she certainly needed every inch of that mile, didn't she, to get home there? But get home she did with a sustained late effort at the end of the race. You can see her gaining momentum, couldn't you, as they reached the closing stages, and she just got up to nail the second on the line. That's such the fine margins, you see. Chances are, if this had got beat first time out, I might not have been bothering with the horse, because I do like mine to win first time out. You know, I don't like them to not to. You know, I've always thought that. But this one did manage to get the job done first time out there in good style, I thought. She looked fairly straightforward on the day back in October at Kyoto, and she nailed a timeless kiss on the line, the favourite on the day, with the second favourite further behind Dia Veloce. I don't know what they've done since, but Sweet Happiness in her career. After that, she ran disappointingly, like I said, I thought, in the Shiragiku show. I was expecting a bit better from her that day. And then she turned up at a 50-1 shot in the Group 1 Hanshin Juvenile Fillies. And she surprised everybody again, I think, on that day by finishing a very creditable 4th place behind the winner, Star Anise, on the day. She then turned up for her second start of 2026 back at Kyoto, a track she clearly likes. She's raced there 3 times out of her 4 starts to contest the listed Elfin Stakes on the 7th of February 2026, which proved to be the last start of her career up to this point. So we will be able to watch that race now, I think, hopefully. Once I've persuaded the recording equipment what it needs to record, we should be able to have a look at the Elfin Stakes as well. Should be there shortly. There it is. So without further ado, let's take a look at this race and see what we think.
収まって係に離れます。スタートしました。ほぼ揃いました。さあ先行争いです。まずは間から5番のアイニードユー、内から1番のスピナーリードがスーッとそれに並んでいきました。この2頭の外からは8番のフェルミアーク、先団3頭の間から6番のベル・サンローランも前につけていきました。前は4頭固まっています。その後ろは2馬身半、9番ライトゥスが5番手、内から差がなく2番のアドマイヤシュラ、7番のデアベローチェが並んで、その後ろは4馬身離れました。4番スイートハピネス、その後ろは7馬身8馬身、3番エレガントファラオが最高峰です。各馬第3コーナーのカーブ、外回りコースに入っていきます。先手を取ったのは5番アイニードユー、リードを広げて2馬身、2番手は今外からスーッと8番のフェルミアークが上がっていって坂の頂上から下っていきます。そして間からは1番のスピナーリーと先端3頭また固まりました。それから1馬身差坂を下り切ってストには9番ラエトゥスと内6番のベル・サンローランが並んでいます。4コーナーのカーブ、あとは4馬身離れて2番のアドマイヤシュラ、それから3馬身7番デアベローチ、4番スイートハピネスの追走で4コーナーをカーブ直線コースに入りました。さあ先頭は5番のアイニードユー、リード3馬身、1番スピナーリーと6番ベル・サンローラン、その後ろから外に8番のフェルミアーク、さらにはその内からは4番のスイートハピネスが追ってくる。残り200の標識を通過、そして馬群の人2番のアドマイヤシュラが追ってきた。さあ先頭5番のアイニードユーに間から4番のスイートハピネスが捉えた。6番ベル・サンローランが2番手で上がってきた。4番スイートハピネスゴールイン、3番手が5番アイニードユー。京都競馬大衆競争エルフィンステークス、勝ったのは4番スイートハピネス。
One thing is clear, the horse has a fair turn of foot, doesn't it? It's fair to say it looked beat there, didn't it? The horse looked beat, I thought, it's fair to say, at a few stages in that race. But come push comes to shove at the end, and the horse, Sweet Happiness, has come through with a fantastically timed ride on the day to take out the listed Elfin Stakes under jockey Takasugi, a jockey who has ridden the horse on all 4 of her starts, managing to win twice and be placed once. This horse has never finished lower than 4th in her career, has she really? Looking at that. And even when she finished 4th, she was 50-1. You know, this horse arguably, apart from its second run, has done very little wrong, in my opinion. You know, goes into the race a pattern race winner if she turns up in the Oka show, the Japanese 1,000 guineas. And what normally happens in Japan is, barring any serious last-minute setbacks, they normally do turn up. You know, then hopefully people will get to see Sweet Happiness on a Classic Watch 2026. But it's hard for me not to say that this horse didn't deserve her own Classic Watch 26 Possibles video, even if she never made a classic, because she is so well bred. You know, but hopefully she will run this coming weekend, and she might be on my site as soon as tomorrow, hopefully. Right, I think I can think about leaving this video here now. Thank you very much to everybody who has taken the time to sit and watch it with me. I hope you've all enjoyed watching it as much as I've enjoyed making it. I think we might have a good one here. Fingers crossed. Well, saying that, they're all good, aren't they? You know, that's why I give my site so much credit, because I try not to identify badly bred horses. It's the whole point. And once they reach a certain pattern level, people can be fairly certain that they've got a good horse. The tricky bit is getting them out of maiden company after winning first time out into winning pattern races. You know, that's the tricky part. Once you do that, then you're away, aren't you? Because you know you're historically sound and you know your horse is related to good horses. But yeah, so hopefully this one here, Sweet Happiness, might do us all quite well. You know, hopefully. What else can I do for this video? I can leave you an opportunity to subscribe to the channel if you wish as well. That way you will not miss any of my content. If you do a little bit of work on your YouTube notifications, you can set it up so YouTube will send you a notification every time I upload a video. You won't miss anything whatsoever. You know, so that might be in your favour to do that. And I will also leave a copy of the Classic Watch 26 Possibles playlist as well at the end of this video for you all to watch. This one horse might not be enough for you. You might want to learn, for instance, about the other Japanese horses that are on the site up to this point currently, on the channel, sorry. You know, go and do that. You're free to do that. But for now, I think I'm going to definitely think about leaving this video. What's coming up this weekend? Well, it's the UK Grand National tomorrow at Aintree, the Australian Oaks tonight, and the Japanese 1,000 Guineas on Saturday. Some fantastic racing of all sorts coming up over the next few days. But yeah, I'm going to leave this video here now. Have a fantastic weekend, everybody. I hope you all had a good week as well. Have a fantastic weekend upcoming. Look after yourselves and your loved ones. Take care of yourselves and each other. And I will bid you a fond farewell. Goodbye, everybody. And I hope to be back soon.